Hello, welcome to another episode of 5 Business Rules. I'm Nicole.
And I'm Monica.
And today we are talking about GEO.
What is GEO?
GEO is the new process, or the new version of search engine optimization steered at AI. So it stands for Generative Engine Optimization.
Oh.
So if you're thinking, how the heck do I get my business name included in ChatGPT's answer? This is GEO.
Okay, all right. So how is it different from traditional SEO?
Good question. So traditional SEO, we think about the ways that we think in terms of search results and getting on something, and we think in terms of getting listed on links and long page. Because if you think about how you ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever you use, you ask questions and they give you, it's a conversation rather than reading an article.
Okay, so this sounds like it's a totally separate strategy from SEO.
Believe it or not, it is not. I mean, there are still a lot of good parallels, right? It has to be relevant content. It has to be authoritative and different, right? Because if you are just recycling things that everybody else says, that's not giving you any authoritative anything. No. It is still about keywords, right? Because it's a certain subject and what you're going to show up in, and ultimately you're trying to use it to gain exposure for your brand.
Okay, so does everyone need to do this? Is it better for some businesses or industries?
So that's actually that's a good thing. I am honestly not focusing on this, and here's why. Two reasons. One of it is that the industry has not grown up yet, right? So for SEO, I use Moz. I use an SEO software, and I can research keywords, and I know the practices. There's not really standard practices because the other thing that's really different about it is that it is drawing information from 10 different sources to simulate down to two, really quick, really generic answers with that. And so that's harder now, to be interesting and to be authoritative. That being said, one of my clients is a sex therapist. And he said, I was noodling around and I asked ChatGPT to give me a list of sex therapists in my area. And he said, because I wanted to see where I showed up. And he said, I showed up, but I was on the lower list. He's like, how do we get us better? And I'm like, SEO practices. Because most people are not that specific, but it's actually very true. It's especially for a location base, it is still a really relevant thing. But we've talked about thought leadership before and how blogs can do. ChatGPT is not going to say, I went to Janssen Communications website and she said, no, they're just going to say what she said. They're not going to actually quote out,
So, but can this be used to steal your content?
It can. Oh, so this is actually as we're recording this, DeepSeek just came out.
Right.
Yes. The China bot. And it's fascinating to me that OpenAI is they stole our content, but there's all these lawsuits from New York Times and everything else about OpenAI stealing.
Right.
So,
Right.
So yes, it is your content and all these things that you do to contribute to thought leadership and SEO and all of that good stuff is actually being fed in, and it's how the GPTs and the chatbots are answering questions. You just don't really get the credit for it a lot. So this is one of those things. I think it's kind of a fascinating industry, and it's something to pay attention to, but it's not where I would put my marketing dollars or efforts right now.
Okay. So even though you're not saying we should invest in it, but how do you do this?
So that's the other part of it, because you have to get into studying which GPT do you want to, or which chatbot do you want to use? Where are they pulling information sources? Are they pulling it from Quora? Are they pulling it from Wikipedia? Are they
Reddit?
Reddit isn't so you not only have to figure out where they're pulling normal sources, then you have to go out and be in those sources, and then you have to be able to analyze algorithms and I can do some of that, but that's no.
This sounds like it is going to be a niche.
Probably. And, in given a couple of years, there's going to be software systems and things that help you in the same way that we help SEO, but they're not there yet. And so it's...
so just be aware of this. This is coming.
But not something to focus on right now.
Okay. That was very interesting.
I'm so glad. I hope you thought it was interesting too. If it was, we'd love to hear why and what else we can help you learn. And otherwise, we will see you next time.
Bye.